Streetlight flickers in the rain. Your shadow fades across the wall. I still hear you say my name, but there's no one there at all. Suitcase by the bedroom door, silence louder than the truth. We were something once before. Now I'm just a ghost to you. Every word we left unsaid still echoes in my head. We're just ghosts of a last goodbye, haunting what we used to be. Two hearts burning in the night, now ashes in the memories. Ghosts in the neon light, fading like a dying flame. Every tear I try to hide still whispers your name. Still whispers your name. Your perfume on my leather jacket, like a scar I can't erase. Photographs inside a packet, turned to dust without your face. Radio plays our old song, but it doesn't sound the same. I've been walking through the shadows with the weight of yesterday. Every scar I used to hide now just shows me the way. Broken roads and empty rooms, lessons written in the dark. Every storm that tried to end me only made a spark. I was lost inside the flame, but I found my strength again. I will rise above the night like thunder in the sky. Every fall gave me the fight, every tear taught me why. I will rise above the night, stronger than before. You can leave me in the dark, but I'm reaching for I don't curse the love we lost, I don't blame the broken past. Some hearts burn too bright, but they were never meant to last. Now I stand beneath the sunrise with the fire in my veins. Every ghost that used to haunt me lost its power in the rain. From the ashes of goodbye, I learned how to fly. I will rise above the night, hear the crowd inside. Every scar becomes a light. I don't need to hide. I will rise above the night, under open skies. What once tried to break my heart only made me I will rise above the night, let the thunder roar. Every fall was just a fight to make me something more. I will rise above the night with the fire alive. You can break my heart, but you can't break my drive. This room still holds your laughter in corners I can't reach. Every silence right after feels heavier than speech. Your jacket on the chair, like you're coming home tonight, but the truth is hanging there in the quiet of the light. I don't blame the way it ends. I just wish we were still friends. If these walls could speak, they'd say we tried. Every promise we couldn't keep still echoes inside. If these walls could speak, they'd whisper low, love isn't weak, it just lets go. It's the silence in between all the words we didn't say and what they could have been. Some endings don't explode, they just quietly erode. If these walls could speak, they'd tell the truth. Every tear on your cheek, every piece of youth. If these walls could speak, they'd understand. We didn't fall apart, we just slipped through our hands. Maybe love's not meant to stay forever. Maybe it just shapes who we are together. If these walls could speak, they wouldn't blame. They'd say we were brave to love that way. If these walls could speak, they'd let it be. Some hearts don't break, they set you free. Clock strikes 12, the room goes cold. City lights bleed through the blinds. Every story we once told plays like echoes in my mind. Your lipstick on a crystal glass, still sitting where you left it. I thought this pain would pass, but I still haven't slept yet. Every shadow looks like you, every silence cuts in two. It's midnight without you, and the darkness feels so loud. Every dream we knew is just a memory. promises. I don't hear your voice no more, just the sound of loneliness. Radio plays our favorite song, but I turn it down again. It feels like something's wrong, like love that never ends. I keep reaching through the night, but you're nowhere in sight. It's midnight without you, and the silence won't let go. Every truth we knew now just fades too slow. It's midnight without you, under empty skies of blue. Every breath I take still belongs to you. It's midnight without you, and the night won't set me free. Every tear I hide still falls inside of me. It's midnight without you, but your ghost still pulls me through. Even in the dark, I'm still loving you. Late night radio, whispering low, signal fading in the rain. I turn the dial, but it won't let go. Every station says your name. Blue light flickers on the wall, like a ghost I can't escape. I still hear you when I fall through every mistake. Between the noise and the silence, you're the only sound I find. Your name in the static, calling out to me like a broken transmission. You're the only one I know. Empty room and a broken frame, your picture turned face down. Every night it feels the same. This house don't make a sound. Footsteps echo in the hall, like you're walking back to me. But shadows on the wall are all that I can see. Every word you left behind still plays inside my mind. When the silence calls your name, I still hear you in the dark, like a whisper through the rain, like a spark without a spark. When the silence calls your name, it cuts me. Every memory remains, still running through my life. Your coffee cup still on the shelf, like you're coming home tonight. I keep lying to myself that this don't feel like goodbye. Streetlights bleed into my room, through the blinds at 2 a.m. Every shadow feels like you, but it's never you again. I keep reaching through the pain, but nothing feels the same. a crack inside the silence where your voice still lives. I tried to bury every memory, but the night won't forgive. Shadows stretch across the floor like they're reaching for my hand. I don't fight them anymore, I just try to understand. Some truths don't fade away, they just learn to but time just made it clear. Some wounds don't fade to nothing, they just settle here. Every mirror tells a story of who I used to be. A little less naive now, a little less free. I don't hide the truth anymore, I don't close that door. Scars don't lie, they tell you who you are. Every tear you cry leaves a mark on your heart. Scars don't lie, they don't disappear. They just remind you, you survived the fear. I used to chase perfection like it owed me something more. But love's not a direction, it's a war. Every word we never said still echoes in my chest. But I won't wish you back again. Some endings are for the best. I won't drown inside regret, I won't forget. Scars don't lie, they burn but they don't break. Every wrong goodbye was a choice I had to make. Scars don't lie, they don't fade with time. They're proof I gave my heart and got back mine. I'm not the man I was before, I don't need to be. Every crack inside my core set me free. Scars don't lie, they shine in the dark. Every fall I survived left a spark. Scars don't lie, they don't define, but they remind me I'm still I was standing in the wreckage of a love that fell apart. Didn't know if I could trust again or open up my heart. I was hiding from the memories of promises that failed. I built my walls so high and strong so I wouldn't break again. Something in the silence brought us to this place. like a mirror of my own. Every scar we tried to hide finally feels known.
You don't try to fix the past, you just stand by my side. For the first time in a long time, I don't need to hide.
No more running from the fire, no more walking alone. Two hearts, one flame, lighting up the dark. Every broken chain couldn't tear us Standing in the wreckage, I was broken. Made us spent too many nights talking to the past, holding on to shadows that were never meant to last. But something in the silence started shifting in my mind. The chains I thought were iron were only in the lines. Every road I didn't take still leads somewhere. I'm chasing the sunrise, leaving the night behind. Every scar remains. I'm stronger every time. Chasing the sunrise under open skies. I'm done running from the dark. I'm ready to rise. There's a new light on the horizon. I can feel it in my veins. Every storm I walked through was never in vain. I don't fear the echoes, they don't control me now. The past was just a chapter, not the final vow. Every fall became a flame that taught me how to stand. I'm chasing the sunrise with fire in my heart. Every ending was the start of who I am. Chasing the sunrise, let the thunder cry. I've been through the longest night. Now I'm ready to fly. Chasing the sunrise, feel the daylight break. Every step I take is a choice I make. Chasing the sunrise, no more disguise. I was forged inside the dark. Walk through fire and shadow, through silence in the storm. I stood where hope runs shallow and hearts get torn. Every road I traveled led me here tonight. Through every chain unraveled, I found my life. Every fall became a lesson, every loss became a guide. This is the last horizon, where the night meets the dawn. Every fear I carried is finally gone. The last horizon, under open skies. I may have lost 1,000 times, but I rise. I don't curse the broken pieces, they shape the man I am. Every wound releases a stronger hand. The ghosts that used to follow now fade into the blue. I don't live in sorrow, I walk through. Every scar upon my skin proves I didn't give in. city lights fade out again, rear view full of time. Every mile feels like a page from a life I've known. Every scar, every stage carved into my bones. I don't chase what's left behind, I just follow the signs. There are miles between the stars and miles behind my name. Every road that broke my heart still led me through the flame. Miles between the stars, under open skies. Every step I've traveled taught me how to Billboard signs and empty towns whisper who I was. I don't wear a heavy crown, I just carry what it was. Every love that came and went left a little light. Even when the road was bent, it still led me right. Every turn that felt so wrong made me strong. There are miles between the stars and the man I used to be. Every fall and every scar built the road in me. Miles between the stars, I don't count the cost. Every mile I thought I lost was never lost. Miles between the stars and the dreams I chased. Every broken part found its place. Miles between the stars, hear the engine cry. Every road I've traveled kept me alive. Kept me alive. Walk through the ruins of with nothing but broken pride. Every promise turned to dust, every tear I try to hide. Mirrors don't lie at 3 a.m. They show you who you are. was shattered back then. Now I'm counting every scar, every flame that burned me down, left a mark beneath the ground. I'm still after the fire, stronger than before. Every fall took me higher, from the wreckage on the floor. Still after the fire, forged inside the pain. You can break my heart, but I won't break again. The nights were cold and endless, like the storm would never end. But the silence taught me something, how to stand without a friend. I don't curse your memory, I don't beg the past to stay. Some lessons come in tragedy, some hearts walk away. Every tear that hit the ground turned my weakness into sound. I'm still after the fire, tempered by the rain. Every scar's a reminder I survived the pain. Still after the fire, standing in the flame. You can walk away, but I remain. I'm still after the fire, under shattered skies. I may have lost desire, but I didn't lose my fight. Still after the fire, hear the thunder roar. You can break my heart, but not my core. There's a photograph on my dashboard, faded by the sun. We were laughing by the shoreline, like we'd just begun. Saw there in your hair, fireworks in your eyes. Now the only thing that's left is the echo of goodbye. We were young, we were wild, we believed love never dies. Now all that just living goodbye. Standing under broken skies, streetlights blur in silver rain. I see goodbye in your eyes, but I still whisper your name. Every word we tried to say was drowning in the storm. We built a love so brave, now it's barely warm. We were lightning in the dark, now we're shadows in the spark. We're just hollow hearts in the rain, beating but feeling no flame. Two souls caught in the pain, calling out but it's not the same. Hollow hearts in the rain, trying to hold what remains, but love slips through our hands like water through chains. Every promise turned to dust, every dream we let ignite. We thought forever was enough to carry us through the night, but the thunder never lies. When the silence starts to scream, you can see it in our eyes. We're not who we used to be. Every echo of goodbye feels like something inside dies. We're just hollow hearts in the rain, running from the blame. Two voices in the storm, crying out your name. Hollow hearts in the rain, falling through the flame. Every kiss we tried to save wasn't looking for a spark, I was learning how to stand. Then you walked into the dark and reached out your hand. No promises, no disguise, just honesty in your eyes. For the first time in a while, I didn't feel the night. You didn't try to save me, you just stood beside me. You brought me back to the light after the longest night. Every shadow lost its fight when you held me tight. Back to the light where my heart feels alive. I thought love was gone, but it survived. I used to guard my heart like it was made of stone, but you tore those walls apart without even knowing. Every scar I carried didn't scare you away. You saw the man I buried and told him he could stay. You didn't ask for perfection, just my direction. You brought me back to the light, turned wrong into right. Every tear I used to hide now feels like hindsight. Back to the light where I don't have to hide for the first time in years. I feel back to the light, hear the thunder cry. Every broken part of me learned how to fly. Back to the light, under open skies, after all the darkest nights. Love survives. Lights go down, the silence breaks, heartbeat pounding through the floor. Every wall inside you shakes, you don't hide it anymore. This is where the doubts all die, where the weak don't stand. Raise your fists into the sky. shining in your eyes. We don't need a reason why. We're ready to ignite. Leather boots on the pavement, heartbeat like a drum. The city's got a rhythm, and we're the only ones. No looking back, no slowing down. We own this town. Turn it up tonight. Let the speakers scream. We're burning bright like a gasoline dream. Turn it up tonight. Feel the thunder roll under stadium lights. We're losing control. Hands up to the skyline, voices in the air. We don't follow lifelines, we don't play it fair. Every beat is calling, every spark's alive. This is where we're falling into overdrive. No regrets, no compromise. We're electrified. Turn it up tonight. Let the whole world know we're the spark, the fight, the afterglow. Turn it up tonight. Let the fire grow. When the lights go down, we steal the show. Hey, hey, turn it up. Hey, hey, don't give up. Turn it up tonight. Feel the ground shake. We were born to fight. We were born to break.